Good morning. Welcome to this presentation on REX-RED Community Board. My name is Chairman Yu. Nice to meet you, and I'm glad to introduce proper and cost-effective REX-RED Community Board. REX-RED Community Board is composed of two parts, CPU module and the base board. I'd like to start by looking at CPU module. This is a REX-RED CPU module. It's based on ARM core process and made by considering the mass production of 10-layer build-up main CPU module. In order to use all pins, as many as possible, CPU module is useful for user to check various program and hardware verification. Above all, CPU module fully has proven to be stable. So if you use this proven CPU module made by лек스노스 and design only one you want baseboard, you can shorten half of development. You have no need to make all 10-layer build-up board, so it makes you reduce PCB cost. Now, let me introduce the hardware specification of Exynos 5260 CPU module. Exynos 5260 provides the best performance feature, such as Cortex A15 dual-core and A7 quad-core CPU. Cortex A15 core maximum clock is 1.7 GHz, and Cortex A7 quad-core. A7 core's maximum clock is 1.3 GHz. Cortex A15 dual-core includes 32 KB instruction and data cache, and 1 MB L2 cache. Cortex A7 quad-core includes 32 KB instruction and data cache, and 512 KB L2 cache. CPU include internal 64 KB boot ROM for secure boot, and 384 KB IRAM for secure function. Exynos 5260 will be available as a 13x13 FC FPGA package on package, which has a 0.4 mm bottom ball pitch. Also include two ports, 32-bit 800 MHz LPDDR3 interface. This is eMMC memory beside CPU. Exynos 5260 support eMMC 5.0. REX-RED is applied to eMMC 5.0 4 GB and can be expanded capacity. eMMC has a 0.5 mm ball pitch, 153 ball, 11 by 10 mm size. PMIC includes step-down buck converter 10-port, LDO 26-port BGA type, which has 5 by 5 mm pitch WFP package. Input voltage is from 2.7 to 5. Connectors have 0.4 mm pitch, 100 pin by 4. Totally is composed of 400 pins. Connector dimension is 30 mm by 50 mm by 1 mm. The bottom to top of the combined height is 1.5 mm. CPU module made by FR-4 10-layer build-up. At last, you can see REX-RED Community Board in front of you. REX-RED Community Board is composed of two parts, CPU module and baseboard. REX-RED CPU module uses the best performance Samsung Exynos 5260 Hexa-core CPU. That is Cortex A15 dual-core and A7 quad-core. So fully support MPEG-4 H.263 H.264 VP8 and decoding only MPEG-2 VC1 and high-speed USB 3.0 and eMMC 5.0 interface provide 12.8 GB per second memory bandwidth for heavy traffic operations such as full HD video encoding, decoding, 3D graphics display, and high-resolution image signal processing with WQXGA display. Exynos 5260 provides the best 3D graphics performance with wide range of APIs such as OpenGL, ES 1.1, 2.0, and 3.0, OpenVG 1.0.1, Exynos 5260's 3D cores, universal scalable shared engine supports the features set in Microsoft VS 3.0 and PS 3.0 superior 3D performance, fully supports WQXGA display. Also has integrated image signal processing. This ISP engine has 8 megapixels at 30 frames per second through output. It has various special functionalities such as dynamic lens compression, auto-focusing, and face detection. So REX-RED community board applied to 8 megapixels per rear camera and 2 megapixels per front camera. Exynos 5260 application supports various high-end terminal, DID, tablet piece, industrial system controller, game player, and so on. REX-RED baseboard is composed of various interfaces such as micro SD port, Wi-Fi, USB 3.0 host or device, microphone, USB 2.0 or USB HSIC, 100 megabit Ethernet port, Full HD support HDMI 1.4a, high resolution DP port, which can support 2560 by 1600 WQXGA. Power supply 5V 3 ampere AC jack, 2 mega 8 megapixel BP CSI camera, USB to serial debug port, and support extended pins for developer. For example, box header support selectable booting operation mode switch, interrupt pin, SPI, UART, GPIO, PWM, and power key, each function key, reset key. Rear baseboard support BP2 LVDS LCD interface. I'm sure REX-RED community board give you a chance to experience Android world more easily and a little deeper. Enjoy the Android platform by REX-RED community board. Now, let's look at REX-RED community board demonstration. REX-RED community board consists of U-boot, Linux kernel 3.4.39, and Android 4.3 Jelly Bean platform. If you buy REX-RED community board, you can get Linux and Android platform source and circuit diagram about baseboard in PDF format, but the circuit diagram of CPU module don't support. REX-RED community board mount SDIO, Wi-Fi BGA, and BP CSI 2 mega and 8 megapixel. Let's try to select Wi-Fi working in REX-RED community board. Firstly, plug in the Wi-Fi module. and then go to the setting in application. If you turn Wi-Fi on, search the Neo AP. And then select Access Server AP. Insert password. If it is correct, you can see connected state. Let's now connect to the internet. You can browse the internet, and now you are seeing by Wi-Fi that YouTube operates. This works well. Next step, let's play the moving picture. I already stored moving pictures and MP3 files in USB memory stick. Go to the gallery and select one you want.
Electric shock. 전류들이 몸에 타고 흘러다녀 기절할 듯 아슬아슬 찌릿찌릿 충분해 네 사랑이
Working well. As we know, Samsung 엑시노스 5260 support multi-format video hardware codec such as MPEG-4, H.263, H.264, VP8. So, REX-RED community board also can play various video formats. Next step, let's go to play MP3.
She showed me the way. There were voices down that corridor. I thought I heard them say, "Welcome to the Hotel California." Such a lovely place, such a lovely place, such a lovely place. Plenty of room at the Hotel California.
Works fine. Now, let's look at camera working. This picture is showing by 8 megapixel camera. Auto-focusing works well. That's all. We will come to the end of the presentation. So thank you very much for being here today. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.